Shalom Akim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakwakadash, Barakatam. So you Akim, the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is basically, still showing us that East's kingdom is moving towards a cashless society, so you can't argue against it, the signs are there. So prophecy, so the word out to the elders and apostles of great wisdom who rule well, who've been harping on this aspect of the scriptures concerning the end times, that Eastern society, is moving in that direction where it's gonna have to force people to get the mark of the beast, and the elect will have to resist in a spiritual sense, So that's exactly what this lesson is all about. So as you can see, the article online is from Forbes.com. It's about a month or 2 months ago. It's October 28, 2018. So it says a PayPal Walmart partner to usher in a cashless future. So the author of the article is John Markman. All right. So it says the powers that be want to kill paper money. It will make everything so much easier. So that's exactly what Esau needs, man. He wants to make his grip on power to control the people easier. That's why he's going along with his agenda to go cashless, to get the people chipped. Sweden is underway. People in America are already getting it, so I won't be surprised, man, when, they decide to start pushing the RFID chip and start restricting people's access to money. And you can always tell, man, these banks are closing down. There are different branches, and I got a letter so some time ago, let me see, last month. I just opened it. It's from SunTrust Bank. It says, they have to shut down a branch in Arlington, Virginia, because I used to work in Arlington some time ago, so up till last year. So I used to go to different SunTrust bank branches, and then you see, what the whole agenda is, man. Because the ATM are getting transformed in such a way that, they could read different forms of methods of payment now. So it's a gradual process. He says knows what he's doing. It's nothing that's happened by surprise to the elect. So I want to read the next line. It says, however, cash is still king at the lower rung of the socioeconomic ladder. Walmart and PayPal want to change that. So they don't want cash, you know, to be the go-to means of payment for the people that are not making that much of uh, of wages or income in this society. So they wanna do away with cash. So PayPal, Walmart, are all in bed. PayPal deals with payments. When you go online to eBay, you want to pay for item you just won on a bid or purchased. You use PayPal or whatever other form of online payment system that the buyer, or so like the seller, lists on the page. And it says the companies announced October 9 that share customers, all right, so customers that have shares in the company or whatever, that means will be able to deposit and withdraw funds from their PayPal accounts at Walmart's stores. All right, so it says this is a giant step. All right, towards a cashless society. All right, so they want those people to be able to deposit and withdraw funds from PayPal accounts at their Walmart in the Walmart stores, man. So you see those stations at Walmart where you can make a deposit into your card or make a withdrawal and all that stuff. That's exactly what the goal is. And then you look at this image down here. It says, you see the two Edomite girls, having a nice time, and they have to pay using their phone. Just taps. She gets the phone close to the device, and then from there, they deduct the payment from that. So it says one of two female customers is holding a mobile phone. Is holding a mobile phone over a credit card reader for contactless payment transaction in the coffee shop. So just imagine, man. Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts. I don't know if Caribou Coffee is still there. Pete's Coffee, Pete's Cafe, whatever. That's exactly what the elites plan to do, man, because they're going after these young folks, these so called millennials. So they're going to go after them hard, market everything to them in such an attractive way. And it says PayPal cut its teeth in the early years of the internet. In the early 2000s, eBay represented the cutting edge of e commerce. Unfortunately, the shoppers were still reluctant to toss their credit card information to cyberspace. So, as you can read, man, you can always read the whole article online, but I'm just going to scroll down. Alright, it talks about the history of PayPal and how the folks that were involved with it, you know. Then it says the void that PayPal filled made online money transfers safe. So, I use PayPal, ICAMS and GMS use PayPal. There's nothing wrong with using PayPal as long as you do not depend on it, for your living, because the only living we have is of the scriptures of Yahweh Hashem Shai. Alright? And it says eventually eBay spun off PayPal. The digital money business had grown bigger and more important than online auctions. Inside eBay, the holding was not being fully valued. Alright, so that's all it is, man. They tell you one thing, but they want you to believe another thing. You know. So that's exactly what it is, man. It's all a front. Alright, so it says, taking this act to the physical world is something entirely new, and Walmart is the perfect venue. It says, through the end of 2017, the discount retailer operated 11,695 stores worldwide, while the company has been trying to right size its operations by culling underperforming assets. Its reach remains unparalleled. So that means they got to close down stores. We got to close down, different branches. That's why we see, man, throughout all those videos on YouTube or internet that talks about, you know, Walmart's branches are being used to house all these folks that have issue with immigration, like coming across the border. They're using to house the people. So just imagine, man. So they have all the information they need to get an idea of how to market this, cashless agenda to the people. All right, so I'm gonna scroll down some more. So it says seeking low income shoppers might be counterintuitive. However, this is a new era. Right? The lower rung of the social economic ladder is ripe for new business models. Better tracking from a battery of sensors in smartphones and mobile applications bring new data analytics possibilities. So that's exactly what they've been doing, man. They got to track people's buying habits and everything that has to do with commerce and and what they read and what music they listen to. So just imagine, man. Esau has all that information, And then I'm gonna go to the main points just a little bit further down. All right. So you know what? I'm just gonna go straight to the precepts, man. So this is Obadiah chapter 1 verse 6. It says, how the things of Esau searched out, how his hidden things sought up. Alright, so that's exactly what Esau's all about, man. You know, it's all about making a hidden agenda to further ensnare the people. Alright. So it says PayPal estimates there may be 30 million underbanked customers in the US alone, and they are spending 9.5% of income on interest and fees for alternative sources. All right, so they want to divert those people's attention from other sources to theirs. You know, it's all about control. So that's exactly what the scriptures talks about, man. He'll smote the people in wrath, and it talks about the nation of Israel will not stay upon him that smote them. All right. And then it says, this paragraph said there is wide support for moving them into the digital era. Digital money is easier to manage, eliminating cash, reduces the need for bank branches. Alright, that's a key point right there. Eliminating cash reduces the need for bank branches. It's also easier to track. This benefits financial technology companies that are looking to monetize transactions and build new data-centric business models. So that's the point right there, Akim. So the reason why these banks are closing down is because they already got the memo that they're moving over to a digital economy, a cashless society, and that's the goal. That's the goal of the elites. So the plan for folks to be hoarding cash it's not gonna work because when things get hard and hard and hard, folks who don't want to be able to take cash anymore, except those are the hardline old school folks that believe you could still use the cash for something. So just imagine when the Federal Reserve refuses to start issuing, uh, instructions to the Treasury to print, you know, dollar bills. Just imagine, man. Just imagine, what people will have to do. So they have to come up with a new so-called Pearl Harbor event, man. A big distraction to get the people's mind away from this economy. So they have to turn things upside down. So just imagine, man, these banks, deciding to shut their branches down, man. They don't want to alarm the people to what the issue is. So you're gonna say, well, they're moving on to a different business model. That's all they got to say. You know, all that profits and loss is no big deal to them. All they have to do is just go along with what their leads say. All right, so I'm gonna get to another precept. So this is book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 12. It says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. All right. So whole trickery, of trying to get people to move along into the digital economy, it's not going to have any major effect on the elect because the Lord the Adashim Shai is going to guide them and protect them from the madness that's coming upon this society. Because all the hell that's coming, man, is for the two-thirds and the heathen. The elect will have to we overcome that, through the Lord of Yahweh Hashem Shai. All right. And then verse 13 says, to take it the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. All right. So whatever they plan, to get the people chipped, to get the mark of the beast, it's not going to work because the Lord Yahweh Hashem Shai is going to throw their whole plans upside down. It's going to break it apart. All right. So Akim shouldn't be afraid, man, because this is a journey of faith in the Lord Yabashima Shai. You can't put confidence in Esau society, and you just have to let it blow away, man. That's how the Lord plans to deal with it. All right, so I'm gonna get another precept here. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 11. I'm gonna read verse 1. It says, "If the false balance is abomination to the Lord Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Kwakadash, but the just weight is his delight." All right. So the plan to make people to move people over to a digital economy, it's not based on sound doctrine. It's not based on a righteous doctrine of Yahweh Shem Shai. It's based on falsehoods, man. It's based on falsities. How many folks could afford to get an ounce of gold or half an ounce of gold? You know, folks could barely afford silver. So just imagine, man, how angry the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai is. So just imagine what he's gonna do to Esau's society. So Hakim just gotta stay faithful until the end, man, because Esau already said it, man. By him going cashless, he wouldn't have to have many banks out there, man. He will eliminate the need for folks to be going to bank branches, trying to get cash. Because cash is just piece of paper, man. It's a fiat currency, all right? Just based on the words or whoever's controlling the money, all right? Whoever's pulling the strings, So that's basically Esau's society, man. His society is not based on sound doctrine. So it's always about falsities, and it will go to any extent to protect it. All right. So I'm gonna get one more precept. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, and then go all the way to verse 12. It says, "For man also knoweth not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falleth suddenly upon them." So that's exactly what Esau's society is based on, man. Snares, 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 snares. Debt-based currency. That's what Esau's society is always about, man. Debt, 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 debt. So that's one thing. It angers the Lord about Shimei Shai, and when he hears the sighing and mourning and complaints of his elect, he he's disturbed, and he starts to show his power. So that's one beautiful thing about the Lord Shimei Shai, because whatever he makes a promise, he follows through with it. So that's a good thing. That I can always have to keep the Lord Shimei Shai in mind, man. It's always important. All right, so that's always a good thing, man. Just like the brothers are now, DC Camp has the series, keep this in mind, keeping that in mind. It's always about keeping the Lord's words, His doctrine in your mind, man. Your mind has to be refreshed with His words. You can't diss the Lord's commandment and think the Lord will, have to protect you in the day of trouble. It doesn't work like that. You gotta be faithful until the end. All right. So I'm gonna get one last precept. So that's gonna be the book of Luke, chapter 21. Then I'm gonna scroll all the way down to the bottom, but I'm gonna also look at the article one last time. Alright, so it says digital money also helps Uncle Sam collect more taxes. It is extremely difficult to hide money when its transfer creates an endless stream of digital exhaust. Alright, so it's all about control, man. They want folks to, move over from a cash based system, you know, for paper based system into a digital system, man. Folks won't be able to hide the money, you know. Only those with the connections will be able to hide money if they want to do a digital, you know, digital transaction. Gotta deal with all types of encryptions and banks that no one's ever heard of. So there's a way around it, but that's not really, what our focus is. For the folks that are the carnal minded, there's a way around that. But for the men of the Lord, the only way around this is the scriptures. You know, because being carnally minded will not benefit us, man. You can't put trust in all these algorithms and encryption keys, and all these digital banks running on servers in a foreign country, running on some farm somewhere underground. That's not what we're about. So it says, Esau knows what he's doing, man. So it's all about control, man. It's all about control. All right. So it says on the last line down there about him. It says he's an investment advisor, trader, columnist, and author of Business Society in Seattle. All right. So all these so-called writers that write for all these big corporations and investments, magazines, whatever, they're all bought and paid for. They all have to go along with the recommendations of the elites, so that way they could get some money to pay, to pay their bills and money to play around, man. To buy some coke and get some hookers and all that stuff, travel around the world and have a nice time. That's why they hire these folks, man. So that's all it is, man. But end of the day, man, men that have trust in Lord Yahweh Shema Shai will not have to worry about Esau's propaganda or his agenda. All right, so that's the issue, man. It's not easy, but you gotta move on, man. In the spirit, it says the powers that be want to kill paper money. It will make everything so much easier. Well, for those that want to use cash, shoot, do not have trust in a digital system. You gotta travel distances just to get cash, man. So it's not really worth it, man. Trying to put your hope and trust in a system like this, system of Esau, because the Lord Yahweh Shema Shah is about to wrap it up and burn it up. So I say, Kal Halal Yahweh Shem Yahshua Shem Kwakadash. That's all you can do, all you can say, man. So Luke chapter 21, verse 35 says, For as a snare shall it come upon them that dwell upon the face of the earth. All right, but the main point is, yeah, it's about the day of the Lord. All right, so I'm going to start with verse 34. It says, And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with soft eating and drunkenness and cares of this life, and so that day come upon you unawares. So, hey, I can gotta be ready in the spirit. That's what Yahweh has been talking about. Always be ready in the spirit, not to get caught off guard when all hell breaks loose, the economy falls apart. There's no excuse not to hold on to this doctrine, right? Verse 35 says, For as a snare shall it come upon all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth, alright? So all this idea to go cashless is popular in the Middle East, popular in Africa, Europe, Asia, South America. So Esau is covering all his bases. Everything is converging towards that direction, towards that goal. All right. So verse 36 says, Watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things which shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. So that's the goal. I pray the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai, make it possible for his servants, Lord willing, we the men of GMS are part of it, you know. So it's gonna be a trial of our faith, man, because it's not gonna be easy dealing with all the calamities that's coming upon Babylon, and brothers that spread out throughout the four corners of the earth. So you have to pray to the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai get you through, man. So I mean, there's nothing much that can be said, besides the scriptures. That's the only news, man, that we're concerned with. And I'll say, to the elder and apostle of Growth Stone Road, well, Shalom, and the Akim that have faith in the Lord Yabashima Shai. It's not the time to relax, man. You get moments of being down, you know, being sidetracked. But at the end of the day, man, you still gotta get back on the ball, man. You gotta do the work until the end. Shalom.